Hello, this is Darwalk. I'm kind of between games at the moment, having just got the Platinum in the Marvel collection and about to start an Astrobot. But before I do that, I wanted to play some retro stuff. So here we are in the LEGO Dimensions Midway Arcade pack. One of the reasons to still have a disc drive in a console, because you can't get this game digitally. And we're going to play KLAX today. So I have played this before, just briefly, but I've never dedicated any time to it. So I decided I'm going to learn about it, try and get some high scores. So this is a puzzle game. The closest comparison I can think of is Connect 4. You've got a 5x5 grid and you have to make lines of 3 or more colors. I think there's about 5 or 6 colors though, so it's a little more complicated. Also, the tiles kind of move towards you and will drop if you don't catch them. When you start on level 1, you're allowed 3 drops before it's a game over. Also, if you happen to fill up the grid, not the grid, the pile of tiles, then they will also automatically drop and cost you a life.
KLAX wave. Diagonal wave. Points wave. tile, wave.
First game over on the first survival wave. You have to get through 40 tiles and I still had 8 to go. They were basically just coming too fast and I was pushing the buttons a little bit too aggressively and putting my paddle in the wrong place. Anyway, what I didn't realize is that you've effectively got infinite credits here. The number doesn't go down when you retry. Once I did realize that, I started letting the timer run out to make sure I wasn't posting fake scores. But for the time being, I'm just trying to beat this and learn how it all works.
Yeah!
In that round I was starting to experiment with throwing the tiles back up, but as you can see that just pushes a problem into another problem, so it's not a very good thing to do, I don't think.
Yeah!
So that time I was caught out by the rightmost column being full and I couldn't drop the orange tile, and I didn't realize until it was too late. No excuses for that one. I just made poor decisions. I haven't quite figured out the reversing the order of the tiles by stacking them up on the paddle yet, so that's something you can use.
Tile. Wave.
Same again. So I hadn't noticed that like throwing the tile back up, if it lands at the same place as another tile, you basically just killed yourself. That's something I need to watch out for if I play this again. So what I thought was a game over turned out to be a successful clear, because tiles which drop are also removed from your survival total, so you only actually need like 38 or something if you have spare lives. So once you get to the end of stage 5, you can reselect your wave, and I just continued from wave 6.
Diagonal. Wave.
So this started to go wrong when I missed the light blue diagonal in the bottom and then just got out of shape. Alright, around this time is when I decided to restart the game because I'd been using infinite credits and play it for genuine scores. So we're going to skip ahead to my restart from wave 6. Now this is where things started to go off the rails because wave 6 is a secret warp wave and it tells you if you make a big X you will access the secret warp, and I became completely obsessed with trying to make this big X. So I'm going for a big X made out of dark blue tiles, and thanks to the two wild tiles there, this is still valid. But I need to put a dark blue one on top of the light blue, and all the colors coming are wrong, and this is the problem. You have no space to put things, and too many wild tiles starts clearing things that you wanted to stay in place. Everything just goes wrong. And I did this for about an hour. I was actually live streaming at the time, and I ended up like cutting off the stream without saying anything, having lunch, and then going back to it off stream. and trying to clear it, which is what you're looking at right now.
KLAX wave.
Developing a nice muscle memory for hit and restart. This was quite an encouraging one, but another failure, so the obsession continues. So I'd been going for an orange X, and I dropped a wild tile in the middle to clear the two reds that were there, and it wiped out everything I'd built on the orange X at the same time. So that is something else you have to watch for. The unintended side effect of that though was a very good score, because I got like 100,000 points from that one move and then cleared the wave shortly after. So I decided to continue through wave 7 just to log that high score because it was a good one. And there ended my high score run. So what I did was I exited the game to make sure that that entry on the scoreboard was saved, and then I went back in and back to the big X building obsession, which had not let me go yet.
KLAX wave.
There's a dark blue coming down the track. That needs to go in the second column from the right, but I drop it. Then I use this red to clear out those reds, and I now have a wild tail coming which will take the place of that dark blue. So all I need now is 2 more dark blues, and the colors coming are all wrong. There is nothing to put anywhere. So with no option, I dump that orange in the space that I need for the blue, and then I put this wild tail in the middle.
Yeah! KLAX wave.
But it wasn't until I saw this wave 51 that I processed what had happened, that I had actually completed the X. And it turned out that the 4 legs of the X don't have to be the same color, so that extra orange was not a problem, and I'd done it accidentally. So enormous score, goal achieved. All I had to do now was just complete this level and put my name in the scoreboard, and it was done. So that is where I called it a day. Very much enjoyed playing KLAX, although I got a little bit too obsessed with it. Hopefully next time if I try and play this, I'll be able to make the X a bit easier now that I understand the rules of it a little more. Great game. Yeah, I will be back in the Midway Arcade at some point playing a different title, and also be starting Astrobot very soon. I'll probably be streaming that over on Twitch, if not uploading the videos on YouTube. So again, thanks for watching this, and I hope to see you again in the next one.